Hey folks, welcome to another edition of the Futures League Rundown. I'm your host Ben Hayes. Last night was a good one as the playoff landscape had a little bit of a change of scenery. The Bristol Blues entered the night in the sixth and final playoff spot, leading Torrington by half a game, but ran into a buzzsaw in the Nashville Silver Knights as the two squared off for a doubleheader. Bristol dropped both of these games, losing the first one on a Ryan Sullivan walk-off, as the first baseman of Southern New Hampshire roped a single into left field to give the Silver Knights the win. He went 2 for 5 with a double. Nashville won the second game 6-3. Yanni Thanopoulos of Amherst had a huge day, going 6 for 8 in the two games, homering once and doubling twice. Yanni knocked in 3 runs and scored twice on his own. Bryant's Mickey Gasper hit his 9th homer of the season as he went 3 for 6 on the day. Gasper drove in 3 runs total. Gasper, whose .419 batting average still leads the league, has walked 3 times per game for the past 3 days. That's 9 walks in 3 games. Yet he's still finding ways to homer. Remarkable. Nashville has already clinched the 3 seed in the playoffs, but the Blues now find themselves a half game back of Torrington after being swept in the doubleheader. And Torrington took on the Rocks in Brockton last night, who have already locked up a playoff spot. If Torrington wins this game, they move to a game up on the Blues, but if they lose, then the Titans and Blues would be knotted up for the final playoff spot with 1 game remaining. Keith Grant was not going to let that happen. The southpaw out of Johnson, Wales, took the helm for the Titans and pitched his way to his second win of the season as Torrington won 8-7. Grant allowed 3 runs in his 6 innings of work, giving up 6 hits and 2 walks, while striking out 5 batters. Mike DEMARTINO provided the offense for the Titans, as the designated hitter from Southern Connecticut drove in 4 runs on his 3 for 5 day, doubling and singling twice. Titans keep surging with their 4th win in a row. Also competing for the final playoff spot, the Pittsfield Suns took on the Dirt Dogs last night but lost in a 10-inning affair to officially get eliminated from playoff contention. Elon's Nashawn Galbraith picked up the W for Wachusett. He went 3.1 innings, allowing 1 earned run on 5 hits while striking out 4. His teammate down at Elon chipped in with some offense, going 2 for 6 on the day, knocking in a pair and scoring once on his own. Dirt Dogs take this one and eliminate Pittsfield 10-8. Worcester hosted the Sharks, and this one was over quick. Marist College's Greg Kaczynski hit a screaming ground ball into the right field corner in the first inning to score 2 runs as he slid safely into third for a triple. He would total 5 RBIs on the day as he went 2 for 4, hitting a double to go along with his triple. Rafael Bornajal of Belmont launched a 3-run ding-dong into the night for his 5th homer of the season. That would be his only hit of the day, but that would be all that Worcester would need. Bravehearts cruised to victory, beating Martha's Vineyard 13-3. They improved to 35-18 on the season, still in contention for the 1 seed in the playoffs. In the final game of the night, the Mavericks looked to keep their first place rank as they headed to North Shore to take on the Navigators, and this was a tight one. Barry Buchowski of the U sent his 4th Yabo of the season into the left field bleachers. That solo shot would be his only hit of the day. Jacob Lebel chimed in with 3 singles, one of which would knock in a run. Nathan Robinson out of Cedarville picked up the save for the Mavericks as Seacoast moves 1 step closer to claiming the regular season crown of the 2016 season, winning 8-7. And now as we take a look at the 2016 Futures League standings, the Seacoast Mavericks are in first place. They've locked up a first-round bye at 36-17. The Worcester Bravehearts, currently in second place, have also locked up a first-round bye. They're at 35-18. The Nashville Silver Knights have locked up the 3 seed in the playoffs. They're 34-20. They're 10 games up of the 6th place Titans right now. The North Shore Navigators sit in 4th place at 28-27. 1 Navigators win or 1 Brockton Rocks loss, and the Navs have locked up the 4 seed. The Brockton Rocks are in 5th place, and they have clinched a playoff spot at 27 and 28. And here's where it gets interesting. The Torrington Titans and the Bristol Blues are currently the only teams competing for the 6th and final playoff spot, but they play tonight against each other. So the winner of that game will clinch the final playoff spot. It's as if the playoffs have started a day early. Nothing better than that. The Titans are currently 23 and 29, a game up of the Bristol Blues, who are 23 and 21. The Pittsfield Suns have just been eliminated at 21-30. The Martha's Vineyard Sharks are 21 and 34, and the Wachusett Dirt Dogs are in the basement at 20 and 34. Now time for the player and pitcher of the night, brought to you by On Deck Sports, the official sponsor of the Futures League. And the On Deck Sports player of the night goes to Greg Kaczynski of the Worcester Bravehearts, as the first baseman from Marist College went 2 for 4 on the day with a double, a triple, and 5 RBIs in Worcester's 13-3 rout of the Sharks. The On Deck Sports pitcher of the night goes to Isaiah Musa of the Seacoast Mavericks, as the right-hander out of the University of Miami shut out the Navigators in his 2.1 innings of relief, allowing 1 hit and 1 walk while striking out 5 batters. And tonight is the last night of games in the 2016 Futures League regular season, and yet 4 teams have their playoff implications hanging in the balance still. Let's check out the matchups for tonight. And in the games tonight, the Seacoast Mavericks play host to the North Shore Navigators. If the Mavericks win, they lock up the 1 seed in the playoffs. Also competing for the 1 seed, the Worcester Bravehearts head over to the Vineyard to battle the Sharks. The Brockton Rocks will head up to Wachusett to take on the Dirt Dogs, and the Suns will head to Nashua to take on the Silver Knights. And in the big story of the night, Jacob Wallace and the Bristol Blues head to Torrington for the final battle of Connecticut on the season, and also a chance to play in the 2016 Futures League playoffs. Big one here in Torrington tonight. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Futures League Rundown. Another storyline to watch out for tonight is Eric Hamilton of the Pittsfield Suns and Jacob LaBelle of the Seacoast Mavericks, as the two of them duke it out to see who is going to wear the home run crown of the 2016 Futures League season. Right now, the two of them are tied for first place in the league with 12 home runs apiece. Hopefully one of them hits a home run tonight to break the stalemate. Be sure to go out to the ballparks and support those players as they make their final push. And of course, give us the follow on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Tomorrow, we will be in the 2016 Futures League playoffs. That sounds sweet, doesn't it? See you guys tomorrow.